All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Kings of the Storm 5. We're going into Game 2 of the Grand Finals, and the teams were super anxious.
Yeah, they're chomping at the bit.
They picked the map instantaneously.
Yeah.
We were busy dancing with cats and, you know, refreshing ourselves, getting ready here. We come back to the computer, and the draft is underway.
Yeah, we got a little bit to update you guys.
A little bit. We're looking at Shaman Boys here in the Grand Finals. Switching over to the draft, we can see that we actually have Tempo Storm running the Shaman Brothers again.
You have jumped ahead of yourself, sir. There's something a little bit more important to talk about before we even get into those compositions. We're going to Blackheart's Bay.
Booty Bay. And,
oh, boy.
Rhaegar, okay, so let's look here. Let's just kind of recap you guys going through this stuff.
Yep.
So we have the ban out from Kerrigan first, and then it's a ban on Stitches out of Tempo Storm. The first pick of the game was an Arthas for Cloud9, and then Tychus Tassadar. Pretty standard stuff at that point. Follow up, Witch Doctor Nazebo, and then they say Rhaegar Thrall.
Yes. No, this is actually very, very similar to the second game of the Winners Finals that we watched between Cloud9 Vortex and Tempo Storm.
I mean, the
draft is very similar. They picked up Tychus Tassadar very quickly in the first two picks, and then their following pickups were Rhaegar Thrall.
And then they went with Arthas as their fifth, but this time they're going to have ETC instead.
If they get that dance, Rhaegar, Bloodlust.
I don't want to think about that. I don't even want to think about that.
That's like the dream. That is the dream right there. If they can get all that. I mean, it's going to be difficult to hit everybody in that. I mean, if they had a Zeratul maybe and on the team somehow and they were able to set up like with a really nice Void Prison, that's possible, but I mean, we'll have to see.
We're nearing a 10-hour day.
Yeah.
And Tempo Storm is giving us the blessing of another Shaman Boys game.
Shaman Boys. We're in there. But let's talk a little bit about what Cloud9 Vortex has differently this time than compared to last one. We'll let them get the game started and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah, so we can tell them good luck, have fun.
Okay. Yep. All right, so first of all, they have Arthas. Tempo Storm had Arthas in their lineup. That was their warrior instead of ETC last time.
True.
That's the difference. They also have Brightwing. That's a huge difference. You can absolutely use Brightwing, Emerald Wind to disengage when you see that Bloodlust popped. You know, that's the big weakness of Bloodlust is you have to be able to guarantee
the hard
a situation.
Disengage, right? And there was no Void Prison, there was no Emerald Wind, and there was no Moss. They had no kind of hard disengage here. On the flip side, though, they had ETC in the last game. That was the tank that they had. So they had the dance to try to disengage. It worked for them in one fight out of like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So Emerald Wind, much more, I would say, stable and like easy to execute in terms of getting that disengage because dance can be stopped so easily and Emerald Wind is just guaranteed pretty much.
Sure.
But it's still a scary composition. Like,
absolutely. So, I mean, and on top of all of this, it's on Blackheart's Bay. So there's going to be some situations where they can probably force fights, perhaps over chests, over the turn-in spot. That's something to consider. This isn't on me to start this, is it? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, I changed it.
They're just thinking. And we told them we're ready, and Cloud9 says they're ready. We're just waiting for Tempo Storm's word, and we'll be going here. It looks like it's actually going to be starting right now, guys. This is Game 2, match point here for Tempo Storm in the Kings of the Storm 5 Grand Finals.
Yep, going to Blackheart's Bay, a rare treat, if you want to call it that. Some teams they don't really enjoy playing on this map too much, almost for the same reason. That last Sky Temple game seemed a little bit one-sided.
Yes.
This map can snowball a little bit, especially if you continue to keep map control, keep getting those turn-ins, and the cannon shots that fire off after you've turned in 10, and then it gets subsequently higher every turn-in. It hurts, and Mule isn't so much of a saving grace in this map because those cannon shots do AoE damage, and that will just straight up blow up your Mule. So you have to wait until after the cannon shots go through to throw that Mule down. It can make things a little bit trickier to defend. So
yes, it definitely can here, and well, we're gonna see Tempo Storm prepare themselves. Do they line up like they have in previous games?
Gentlemen, this is it. This is the final game. Tychus, I am inside a pig. I don't know how you guys could take me seriously when I'm inside a pig.
That is Tempo Storm. We have Glaurung playing as Thrall, Dreadnought as Rhaegar. They are our Shaman Boys. The rest of the team doesn't matter. No, Soldier will be playing. Will be playing as ETC. KO is going to be on Tassadar, and last but not least, Arthlon. It's going to be the green money pig.
And on the other side of the map, for Cloud9 Vortex, on the red side, we have C9 Chef, who's going to be playing Brightwing, Rarjar on Vala, iDream's going to be playing Arthas, K1 Pro on Sergeant Hammer, and Bobby Hank Hill on Nazebo. They've swapped up the roles once again. iDream is now on the
Keeping
tank.
us on our feet.
I know, right?
On our feet.
Trying to keep Tempo Storm on their feet, too. Jeez. Throwing these weird strategies. We've got Blackheart's Bay going in here. I like it, though. And we still have Shoulder Pads Tychus Pig here. You guys can't do this to me at the end of a long day. Like, I'm actually just going to break out into a complete fit here. It's too good.
It's quite good here. Now, you know, right now, we typically on Blackheart's Bay, not a very common competitive map, but you see 4 members in the top part of the map, and then just 1 member will go to the bottom. K1 Pro wants to push here, but Soldier is going to keep him pushed back the best he can, and the Chess have spawned here.
Yep, and it looks as though it's kind of a 4-1 split for both teams. We didn't have a huge fight over that Watchtower. Larong's getting a little bit low here.
Yeah, he's really low. The shield comes out from Tassadar at the last possible second to keep him alive. And in the result, Brightwing got a little bit overcommitted. Chef went really far forward trying to guarantee that kill. And the shielding from KO was just enough to keep him alive. 5 coins secured in the top from them. And it looks like, ooh, wow, a nice concussive blast to knock Soldier out. And that's going to be K1 Pro getting 4 coins in that bottom chest.
Yeah, a cheeky play there. I mean, I would imagine ETC wins that fight, especially if he can stay on top of them with the stuns, because he has the healing on his Rockstar ability. So.
Oh no, but K1 Pro, is he too far forward? Is he going to lose his life here? He's getting very low. There's no heals available for him, and that's 4 coins getting dropped, picked up by Rarjar. Rarjar is able to scoop up 2 of them, but iDream's going to lose his life as well. 1 more shot. No.
Nope. Okay. Couldn't get in there. I mean, it was a little bit too risky, and also the whole no mana situation for 2 of those heroes made it a little bit difficult to get in there. Yeah, absolutely. So we do see that all the teams are soaking. Now, it is still very important to soak. I know that when you guys are playing ladder games in this match, people just want to go coins, coins, coins all day and get those turn-ins, but it's still really important to soak, and sometimes you'll see teams neglect even soaking that top lane. So, we can see the teams here are still prioritizing that quite a bit.
Level 4 has been hit, and so far it's really standard stuff. The same build that we've seen out of Thrall from Glaurung all day, and it's going to be Wind Shear and then Venom, and then it's going for battle momentum. I mean, just the full-on maximum damage output. On Rhaegar, though, we see Dread opting for Helium Totem, and it's going to be Feral Heart. That's for when he's in wolf form, he gets mana and health regen, so that helps him sustain his mana pool.
Yeah, it helps keep him in the fight. Doesn't have to hearth back as much, so he can get a little bit more sustain for the rest of his team. We also see the Healing Ward going down on Tassadar, and that's really something that's important to note, because when you go Bloodlust, you're giving up a huge burst heal ability in that of Ancestral Healing. So
Earthwand, can he tap it well? He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Hold on.
Yep.
Oh, so close.
He's dead there. So really nicely done there with that aggression, and you know, he wastes the well as well.
Yeah. That thought just ran through my head, like, you know, if these teams are so experienced in the situation, they know they're going to die, even if they grab the well, they just sit there and
I'm surprised he did tap it, because he should know. But on that note, the bottom bruisers have been picked up here. That's 10 coins available just between the 2 Shaman boys. And they're putting the aggression on this bottom lane before. I mean, they have these Knights here, they have the Giants here. May as well push. Yeah,
that's going to be some significant amount of push, and it's difficult for the rest of C9 Vortex to rotate down. This map is actually really, really big. And it's also not exactly easy. You have to go down a lot of weird paths to get there. So we do see them turning in. That's exactly 10 coins. That leaves them with a leftover of 2, and there's also 2 available for C9 Vortex as well. So they haven't kept up as much in the turn-in aspect here. And this will put a lot of pressure on that mid lane. They haven't, although they did take out one of them. I'm sorry, I can't even see anymore at this point. It's going to leave the middle fort with just a little bit of HP. I'm sure we're actually going to see Tempo Storm here rotate up, probably just to finish off that fort there. Just get that experience boost.
And meanwhile, the Shaman Bromance is running around grabbing some bruiser camps across the map. They got the one in the middle. This is a very aggressive, nice pickup early, which we saw taken a while ago. This middle fort is going to be taking some damage, but it will not die. Nazebo can grab Mule.
No Mules picked up on either side. Yeah, I mean, Tassadar was also a candidate for that as well.
But like you mentioned, it's not like Sky Temple, because those cannon shots will kill the Mule, as it is an area of effectability.
I mean, it's one of those situations. So, like we mentioned, this mid fort here has very low HP. If they decided to go Mule, yeah, they could heal that up and waste a couple extra cannon shots. But do they want to give up Gidbin in that situation? Yeah, it's something you have to weigh out.
All right, chests have spawned, and it looks like Tempo Storm's going to be securing both chests almost entirely.
Yeah, that's a lot. They have
this coin count. Oh, but the turn-in
16
actually,
coins, yeah, are available to Tempo Storm here. And yeah, it does look as though C9 Vortex does get their first turn in here. Now, another thing to mention is that that APM.
I can't remember which we don't ever look at
objectives, I know, right? Basically, what we're looking at is every time each team turns in, it's more and more coins each time. So, you know, for the next turn in for Tempo Storm and for Cloud9 Vortex at this point, it's going to be 12 coins, and then it goes up to 14 and then 16. So as the game goes on, you'll notice that there's less or more and more time in between each turn in for each team.
And
so something to keep in mind as we move forward here.
Yep, and actually Soldier went forward to kill that fort, but is he going to lose his life fort? Level 10 has been achieved. The Ancestral!
Whoa, what?
Ancestral almost gets off, so there is no Bloodlust. They decided, hey, look, they have Emerald Wind for the disengage, so we don't actually have to go Bloodlust. I respect that, as upset as I am to not say Bloodlust. I respect it, but what is that? What is that ice?
What you know that ice can only mean one thing. That means Syndragosa, doesn't it?
It does. Syndragosa did fly ahead, locking him down. Two very strange heroics picked up, and we can look at all the heroics here. We can Syndragosa strafe, Emerald Wind, Napalm Strike, and Ravenous. On the side of Cloud9, what does Tempo Storm have?
Tempo Storm is currently looking at Odin. No surprise there. Ancestral Healing, we already talked about that, how that's a bit of a strange pick. Just really considering that the composition they have. Sundering, of course, Mosh Pit, and Archon.
I mean, really, what the Ancestral means is they're respecting the Emerald Wind.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. The Syndragosa means they want to push hard, and they're basically going to try to turn this match into a PvE, almost never take a team fight, and just really just try to push down.
Oh,
they're isolating them.
Is big. iDream is going to be a tough spot. He does have Army of the Dead because he did take Syndragosa. We see the Ancestral Healing going off the grenade to stun Bobby Hand kill, and this is amazingly good for Tempo Storm here. That's going to be 2 kills picked up. They're going to steal some coins. If we look at the coin count, I mean, they're already sitting at 11 coins right now. They need 14 to turn in, and they're going at the boss, really?
Yeah, they can do it. I mean, it's not like Sky Temple, right? They're
right,
isolated quite a bit. They have 2 hero advantage. It's quite a bit more difficult to get in there. They have the positional advantage just hiding through those choke points. It's not really like on Sky Temple where you can come in from either side.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's a lot less scary. And I absolutely agree with them going for that. They get the coins here. So that last team fight, that's exactly what we were saying. Cloud9 Vortex wants to completely avoid that because Syndragosa, while it does slow enemy heroes that you hit with it, it's more about the disable that you get on structures.
Yeah, 10
whole seconds. Structures for 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds on structures.
That's a big deal. That's free time to push. That's, you know,
it's a long time.
That's a long time to push. Now it doesn't affect the core, of course. So you know, if it gets to that point, it's not something that you can use to just like backdoor and push onto the core. But I mean, it's basically a pushing tool, and we're gonna have to see how they utilize that moving forward.
The boss forcing the position on Cloud9 here, allowing Tempo Storm to just kind of take full control of the map here. You can see how blue this is. They got another turn into picking up these bottom bruisers. This top fort fell during all that to the boss, and this bottom fort is going to fall as well.
Yep. Yeah, this turn-in will absolutely make use of these turn-ins here to kill this bottom fort here. And that puts Tempo Storm in a pretty significant structure lead. KO is taking a little bit of pressure here. They're pushing hard with this.
KO
he doesn't have the... Oh, he does have Eve. Just barely gets out, and the shield saves him.
I can't believe it. Just
polymorph
living here, but the Sundering from behind. ETC is going in, but the Emerald Wind disengaging quite well. We see they're all slowed down quite a bit here. Arthlon just kind of unloading everything he has. Ravenous Spirit is the only thing left on the trick bag available for Cloud9, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. Dreadnought aggressively going up towards the top line. He throws down that totem to slow them down, and a lot of damage is going to come out here. Heroics available. It's actually just Ancestral Healing and the Odin. Yeah. The dance is pretty much canceled instantaneously, and that's going to be Bobby Hankill's life for forfeit. 3 for nothing.
3 for nothing, yeah. And this is going to really allow them to do one of 2 things. They're going to push out with this bottom lane. That's pretty far away, so what I expect them to do is they're going to rotate around the map, keep collecting coins, and they're going to get free turn-ins from this.
Now, one thing interesting about Current Spade we didn't really talk about too much is the fact that these pirate camps exist. Pirate camps drop 2 coins. They don't push like a normal mercenary camp. They just provide coins, and they're very easy to kill. Yep. So there are coins available on the map that can be collecting.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably where Dreadnought's heading right now. No, he's just sitting in the smoke there, just trying to keep an eye on the enemy team. Does that mean a chest is going to be spawning soon?
They've got to be pretty soon. Yeah, the chest's got to be pretty soon. But Glaurung going to be soloing these giants with ease. Now Thrall, of course, his trait will heal him up as he just blows these guys up.
Absolutely. We do have level 16 attained here for Tempo Storm, that means Stone Skin, of course, for Tychus. That's the Earth Grasp totem. That's the root and extra range on that totem ability there, just to lock people down for that extra full Wind Fury build, as we were expecting out of Thrall here. Another Stone Skin for ETC, and the full Dimensional Shift type build there for Tassadar.
Yeah, we see Tempo Storm taking these aggressive siege camp and the pirates here. I mean, how many coins do they have right now? They're sitting at
Jake's math. Here we go.
For a turn-in. 16.
Enough. Yeah, that's.
Did I math right? Well, it's different now, so I'm just gonna
it's different now. Right now they have 19 available to them, so absolutely more than enough for a turn in, as they already have 3 turned in, and they only need 16. So they have map control. They're a good bit ahead. Especially, I mean, it's only 1 level, but it's a critical level. It's that
talent
advantage.
That
talent level, yeah.
And they need to hit their 16 talents. They're very close here, and we see them just kind of defending this 4 giant push in the bottom.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But that's another turn in.
Yeah, these cannons are going to fire mid. It's not quite going to take out this keep here, as the keeps do have a higher amount of HP, of course, but this is going to allow them to push in if Tempo Storm finds himself at an advantage quite a bit easier. So, yeah, I mean, Cloud9 Vortex really needs to hit level 16. They just grabbed it. We do see the Critterize for Sheth here, Blood for Blood
Minefield
on Vala. And actually, we should talk about this Biting Cold talent that was picked up at level 13 for iDream. That's extra damage and mana cost for his Frozen Tempest there. Also, Stone Skin grabbed at 16. That's pretty
definitely a weird build. Trying some new stuff here. The Sun Ring goes out, doesn't get a lot done. The Ravenous Spirit is doing quite a bit, but it is canceled the second that Soldier's in his face. We see that Healing Ward doing a lot of work here, but iDream is going to end up falling here. He's got no chance of surviving. We have KO in the front line, chipping away Bobby Hinkle, and that Side Storm will secure his demise.
Yes. I actually really like that play there from, I think it was KO on Tassadar there. As soon as the Emerald Wind went down, he tapped E to get through, like underneath the wave there, just so that he could continue to apply pressure.
That's like surfing.
Yeah, he surfed underneath that wave, man. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Way to do it.
What a bro. Yeah, we can see the Arthlon here is just going to move in, apply a good bit of pressure. They are down 2 heroes right now.
Tempo Storm has an incredible advantage at this point.
Yes.
I mean, not just level, but structure. I mean, everything. This middle keep is likely going to fall. Throwing down that Side Storm with the grenade. Does it kill it?
Yeah, that's going to be enough for that keep to fall there. They seem to be well in tune with the amount of DOT damage that those grenades do on Melting Point. Yep. Pretty good.
Yeah, it adds a lot of damage, that's for sure. Going down to these bottom bruisers, the boss is alive, and it looks like Vortex might be opting to go to the boss. They might think that's where Tempo Storm is. Of course, Tempo Storm, we can see, is in the bottom up, grabbing these bruisers. They're going to see this ping happen.
As soon as they see that, they're going to go right in, I think.
They're being hesitant, but they're making their way.
Yeah, just double checking to make sure to see if there's anybody rotating up there. And they're going to try, they got to get this really, really fast. I don't know if they're going to get there in time. All they need is 1 person to rotate in there to try and contest this. They're going to get there in time. This is a really dicey situation for Cloud9 Vortex.
Emerald
now
Wind,
they're well aware.
Does Emerald Wind go off? The zombie wall is there to zone from the right. It's not going to be long enough, though. They back up from it. K1 Pro gets stomped. He takes so much damage. Thundering is almost enough to kill him. The Ravenous from afar is doing wonders here. Liquid Chef actually using Phase Shift to get on out, and they're pushing with the Syndragosa here in the middle of the map.
It's a valiant effort.
Boss has been picked up.
Yeah.
iDream and Chef, they believe that they can do it here. Look at these structures. I mean, they're just rendered useless here right now.
Not Mighty Ducks. They're sitting ducks.
They're sitting ducks.
Yeah, we have a huge amount of coins here. I'm looking at 12 coins for Team Tempo Storm here. They're just going to go back and clean this up. This was sort of a last-ditch effort. It was really never meant to actually really kill any of these keeps here. And that is going to do it, I think, especially with these chests spawning here. That's either a free turn-in for them, or honestly, they could probably just push the core with this golem here and just win the game.
I mean, yeah, it's not looking good. Level 19 to level 18, we can see Tempo Storm making their way across the map. The 4 of them are here. Tychus is just respawning now, and they still have a good 20 seconds before Brightwing and Arthas do respawn. But I don't know if they can end it here, honestly.
I think they're just going to try to, yeah, they're just going to take the safe route here. They're going to push out with these, with this golem here, this boss. Cat attack. Oh, gosh. All right. Sorry, guys. Yep, they're absolutely going to be able to grab this top keep here. And things were already pretty dire for C9 Vortex here, but I mean, it's coming down to like 1.5 turn-ins at this point to finish the game without contest.
That keep is forfeit here. The Melting Point will take care of it.
Yep.
And, well, as it stands, Syndragosa going to lock people down, slow them
They're
down.
going in.
Ancestral going down and glowering. They're having a spirit doing a lot of work, but level 20 has been hit by Tempo Storm. We see the bolt go out there. Soldier is getting very low, but that sundering actually hits 4 members of Cloud9.
Yeah.
Like, what a big sundering. The Odin does fall for Arthlon Glau in the back line, throwing down that chain lightning to get some self-heal on himself. And Soldier going in the front. He's going to hit Bobby Hand kill, and that's going to be a kill there. 1 member has fallen during all of this. That's it. I mean, a valiant effort here by Cloud9, but this looks to be the end. 2, 3. Do they get the 4th?
Yes,
and
they
it's
do.
just K1 Pro.
And that is going to be the end of this tournament, this series here, Grand Finals. This is going to Tempo Storm. Congratulations to them for not even dropping a single map throughout this entire tournament. They look so strong. They looked really strong last week, and they have really brought the heat. I think they won every single Kings of the Storm weekly qualifier up until this point, so they are really proving their dominance here. They are finishing out this match. It's just a matter of time. And there we have it. And congratulations to Tempo Storm.
Yeah, and congratulations to Tempo Storm as an organization, because they pick up this squad in their debut tournament. They go undefeated in a ridiculous, convincing fashion.
Absolutely. Bringing new strategies. Everything was just looked so solid between those guys.
I mean, we saw the Bloodlust comp, and then we saw the same kind of comp, and they didn't even go for Bloodlust, and they still made it look
really mixed it up.
dominant. We saw the Uther Malfurion Invincible, like double support. Like, you're going to get maybe 1 kill on us this game. And that's going to be about it. And
they look really solid. Also, I mean, absolutely congratulations to C9 Vortex as well.
Barrel Boys.
Those guys all did a really, really nice job this tournament. We saw a lot of incredible play all throughout this tournament. So, you know, just congrats to all the people that qualified, all the teams that qualified for this tournament. So some really top-notch games today.
And a big shout out to all the viewers, of course, guys. I mean, we sat over 1K all day. And that makes us happy. That's I mean, here competitive viewers is starting to grow. So guys, thanks so much for all the support as we continue to help this community grow and push on forward. And thanks for all those follows.
And big thanks to CSD for putting all this together too. He's been doing a lot of admin work behind the scenes that you guys don't always get to see up front. So yeah, big kudos to him for putting this together.
I mean, not even just running the tournament. He's giving out keys. He's interacting with the chat, providing information. He's doing a ton of work here today, guys.
Yes, he's funding the tournament too. I mean, he's
he
putting up
puts
a huge chunk for the.
He does put up a lot of money
for the prize pooling, etc. So, give him a good shout out when you see him.
Absolutely. And last but not least, there is a new Twitter that we created just today here for the tournament, at Kings of the Storm. Couldn't be any easier. Go give that Twitter a follow.
Absolutely.
Help us continue growing here. And you can follow us at the Kubi.
Yes, and
Solid Jack Egg.
Every time. Oh, I love it.
But
I think that's it. Jake?
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
A great cast this
Excellent.
weekend, guys. Again, that's going to do it here for us. And
till next time.
Tuesday we return.
Yeah, Tuesday.
With the ESL Major League.
Absolutely.
Different channel. Wednesday is going to be Town Hall's new date. Town Hall, of course, the podcast that the two of us do with Zoya and Sham 2. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. is the new time slot for that. Tuesday night, we'll see you.
Yeah, so pay attention to Twitter. We'll keep you guys updated with that. I'm sure there'll also be a Reddit thread and all the good stuff for that. So we'll keep you guys posted. But until then, I think we're out of here.
Peace.
Can you dig it?